All right, so here we go. It's a best of five, just like it always has been. And we've got in the orange the Gold Diggers, in the blue we have VOID Cyan. So on the orange side we have Generic Asian and Roxy Dog, and then we have Alan and This Is Hab over for VOID. The Generic Asian trying to go for a shot there, but not able to get behind the ball. So Hab's going to take a nice boomer, and it's enough to beat out both players on the Gold Digger side. So they get an early lead here. 4:36 on the clock still. Two's matches tomorrow at 6 p.m. Your nerves. Don't be nervous, X-Ray. You're pretty good, so I wouldn't be worried at all. We have our first game tomorrow night. We're playing at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I'll be streaming it here on the channel. So if you wanted to tune in and check it out, you can do that too. But there will still be more Rocket League over the weekend. Generic Asian's going to put the ball off to the side. An interesting touch there from Hab. And now it's going to pop off to the side. Lots of space here. Generic Asian tries to cut on it, not able to make a touch. Now Alan's going to put it towards the corner. Let's see, what's he going to do? He's actually going to go for a bump play, it looked like. It's not going to happen, though. So Roxy going over the top, and he's going to get one past the VOID side. So now it's tied up at 1, just about a minute in. This is Tier 4. If you look up in the scoreboard, I did not put the scoreboard up. Now the scoreboard's up. So this is a Tier 4 matchup. They're in Div 8 for 2v2. And here we go, ball dropping dangerously close in front of Alan. It's going to be Generic Asian who takes the ball in towards the back wall, but he's going to actually send it around. Roxy now with it, and let's see what he can make happen. Hap gets a very dangerous touch, able to take some control, but now the pressure on the back wall here from the Gold Diggers. Generic Asian's going to come in the pass. He gets a second touch, though, making things a little bit tougher for Roxy to go for it. So now a clear from Hab. It's actually going to be a 50 by Roxy as he's able to cut around on it. So now Asian coming in over the top. He's going to try and get a shot, but it's not enough power. And Alan actually cutting off Hab there. And a miss from Roxy. Net's open. And Generic Asian able to get it. No, is Div 4 C1, C2? I thought they changed it because of, hang on. We're 3. 4B 5. No, I think it's, I'd have to check on the website. We can check that in between games just to make sure, and then if I need to correct it, I can. Nice little pass by Roxy, but Generic Asian going for boost. So now Alan's going to come off the side wall. He's actually going to go for the ceiling touch, but not going to be able to get it as he booms it off the back wall. Now, both players trying to figure out what to do here. A little bit of a double commit from the yellow side. So here we go. Hap's going to go up for it. He gets there first and takes a shot. Big save by Generic Asian right on the goal line. And a fake there from Roxy to be able to force a missed shot attempt. Now this is Hab's going to take it up off the side. He's low on boost. He's actually going to come down from the ceiling. Very interesting, but doesn't have anything to go with it. Alan trying to get the shot off the clear attempt, but there's no shot from it as it's just wide. Now Hab able to push it off the back wall. Nice pass to Roxy, and he's going to take the shot. Roxy gets the goal, and it's now 3-1. 2:14 on the clock, and right now it looks like the Gold Diggers starting to take control of this one. Even though the defensive pressure, they've been able to keep the plays out, they've put a lot of offensive pressure on, and that's what's really getting to the VOID Cyan guys right now. Nice shot from This Is Hab off the kickoff. Way to read it as he got up very quickly. And Roxy was hoping he was going to stay on the ground to at least get a boom. Instead pops up. He has to retreat and can't get back in time. So 3-2 the score. VOID Cyan trying to stay in this one. They've got 2 minutes if they want to try and tie it up or even take the lead. So while we have a small little break in the play here, make sure if there are any really exciting plays that you see or any whoops that you see throughout the play, make sure you clip them and submit them for our top 10 plays of the week or our whoops of the week, because we'll be doing that again for the winter circuit. And all of those plays can be submitted over in the IGL server for the respective channels. Oh, and a missed touch there. Speaking of whoops, there's one coming off of Hab. A pass here from Roxy Dog, and let's see that angle one more time. What a redirect. And Hab, if only that were on the other side of the field, that'd be one of the touches of the century. Unfortunate, though. Maybe something that's very clippable there to go up for the whoops of the week. He makes up for his sins, though, as he's able to score it. So now 4-3, minute 37. He is right now doing really well off of those kickoffs. And how's it going, Bags? Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we can get some more Void people in here. They need to give all the support they can to Cyan right now. They're up for a really good battle as the Gold Diggers are not giving them an inch. Roxy Dog, nice 50 up to a generic Asian, but he's not able to make contact. Had a great idea, but just cannot follow. Now Allen's going to try and dribble, but he gets blocked away. Gets boomed downfield again. It's just going to go back and forth right now. Just a bit too close there on the rotation, and now it's going to go back across. We're playing Pong across the side walls right now. But here comes Allen. Can't make contact, but it works out anyway. Roxy Dog needs boost. It's going to be touched by Roxy Dog. Cleared out of the way, so now we're going to see, can they get a counterattack going? They've got the 1-goal lead. They need to kill these last 50 seconds. Not able to force a 50. So now Roxy Dog going to be able to beat out Allen, but it's going to be wide of the net. So now Allen has to go around here pretty quickly to be able to get to the ball. He's able to get there first. They're giving him a little bit of space. Allen gets up. He gets the shot, and it's going to be on target. And it is a tie game. 26 seconds to go. Excuse me. I need some water. This close game number one's getting me all hyped up. Generic Asian, not the best touch off the kickoff as it goes back in their own zone. We've got 15 seconds. Are we going to see a game winner? Are we going to go to OT in game number 1 of this series? Ab trying to get control. Generic Asian pressures him with a demo attempt, but it's going to roll into their own corner. Can Hab force a play here? He misses the touch, and Allen's going to try and get control. Can't get underneath of it, and it looks like, yes, we will head to OT here in game number 1. A great start to the series. Both teams putting up a very strong fight. A beautiful pass into the middle, but Generic Asian not there for it. So now Allen gets demoed as he tries to get the ball downfield. Generic Asian went straight for him. Hab had plenty of space, decided to push the ball and ends up throwing it away. Goes for the demo, a good demo play, but then again, giving the ball right away at that point, you've got that demo, you've just got to get out of the way, let your teammate take the ball, and we see the result of the play there. He puts Allen in a really awkward position. He's not in a position to defend, and it leaves an open net there for Generic Asian. 5-4 the score in game number 1. It only took 25 seconds for the goal as the Gold Diggers take game number 1. So the big thing that we saw throughout this whole game was the pressure from the Gold Diggers. We see 7 shots on target, 5 goals, and they only had 1 save. So they were really doing a lot of work there on the offensive end. Now, VOID Cyan, even though they did have 5 goals, 5 saves, oh, my words are not happening, 5 shots, just keep in mind, 2 of those that Hab took were off the kickoff. So they really were open net opportunities because Roxy Dog was too far up. So it's just a small thing to keep in mind as we go through these next few games. The Gold Diggers definitely had a lot more offensive pressure. Now, both sides weren't doing too great defensively as we had 9 goals on the board. But I think what will really come down to who wins this series, who gets the pressure on offense. And we saw the Gold Diggers have a more consistent offensive attack. But will that be what carries them throughout the rest of the series? We'll have to wait and find out. So while we have a short little break, how's everybody's circuit gone so far? Have you played week 1? If so, how'd it go? If you're playing week 1 here soon, when's your game? Because I know X-Ray, you said yours is tomorrow. Our team is tomorrow, the Skyward Aces. We actually are changing from the West Circuit into the East Circuit, so we're going to be Tier 3. I think we're Div, like, 5 or something? I can't remember. There we go. Game 2 underway. It was a very close game 1. Went into OT, and we saw a win coming out from the Gold Diggers. We'll see if they can keep up the pressure that they had in game number 1. Is Asian trying to pass it in towards the middle. Hab's going to try and get around. He actually works it around. And is that an own goal? It will be. Oh, it's off the post. Never mind. I got too excited too soon. Hab does follow it out, though. So 1-0 on the board here for VOID Cyan. What a bump. It sent Roxy Dog to another county. And he's able to take advantage of him trying to rush back into the net. With 4:23 on the clock. They got banned. What'd they do? Or do you not know what they did? They just got banned. Is that all you know? Allen with the boomer and a great shot. Let's see that one more time. A nice crisp 52 miles an hour and just too fast for Generic Asian to try and get behind. It's almost one you just have to try and pop above the crossbar. Not much you can do, especially in the position he was in. There we go. Allen gets a really nice kickoff. Here comes Hab off the back. Where is Allen? He's not there, unfortunately. So now Generic Asian gonna push it downfield. A demo there by Generic Asian. So it's Roxy Dog on Allen. Roxy Dog can't get the shot as Allen able to read the play. But now Hab following it downfield. He's gonna just give it away to Generic Asian. He gave him lots of space. Roxy Dog in towards the middle. Oh, and a bump there could set up a play as it's going to be a shot opportunity, but it's going to be off the bottom corner. Generic Asian missing the clear attempt. Roxy Dog trying to get it out, but Allen's going to take the 50. Careful here on how close you get. It almost is 50'd into the net. And now we're going back the other way. It looks like VOID Cyan starting to turn things around a little bit as they are getting a lot more pressure here in game number 2. And it's a consistent attack. It's not just spurts. Here we go again. We're going off the back wall just high of the crossbar. Allen gonna go for the boost instead of try to apply some pressure. Roxy Dog taking his time. It ends up burning him a little bit as a shot on there, but Generic Asian's able to get it out of the way. Going back into the orange corner. A missed touch there by Hab. And a double commit now as Roxy Dog's gonna try and get it out, but Hab gets the demo. So can he turn on this and do something with it? He's got plenty of boost. But he gives it right to Generic Asian as he pops it up to him on the side wall. Roxy Dog gets control. He's not able to get it out though as he gets blocked into the middle. And it's going to be right there in front of the net, but nobody able to take a play on it from VOID. Allen with a nice little dunk, and it's going to be Generic Asian off the side wall in towards Roxy Dog, but he's missing the touches. And we are seeing several small mistakes here from the Gold Diggers that we didn't quite see in game number 1, and it's really giving a lot of open looks here for the VOID Cyan team. As finally they have a chance to get out of their own zone. He's going to try and pass it over to Generic Asian. He'll put it into the corner, and that's all it's going to be, is he doesn't really get much of an opportunity from there. He didn't stay with the ball. Hab's going to try and get the clear. But Generic Asian, a very soft touch, giving Hab an opportunity. But that bump from Roxy Dog was perfect. Definitely can tell Roxy Dog feels like he's the more physical of the two. But right now, that physicality not really working out too much as they have yet to get on the scoreboard. We have a minute and a half left to go in the game now. Generic Asian bombs it off the side wall, and Allen is right there for it. And again, they're keeping that pressure on. It's just a relentless attack. Here comes a shot from Allen, but it's going to be 50 by Generic Asian. Hab decides to go up. Can he score it? He's not going to make contact. Generic Asian gets a little pop out. And Allen back at the midline yet again. He's going to get a touch on it. Can Asian get it? He will. But it's going to be open there if Hab can get behind it. But he's a little too far over towards the middle. He gets a nice shot towards the ceiling, though. Roxy Dog getting the big save. The pass across the touch, but it's wide of the net. And we are seeing so many looks here from the VOID Cyan team. that we didn't see in game number 1. Booms it back downfield. We're down to 45 seconds. We still have yet to see a goal for the goals in this. Sorry, I almost mixed the names together. They used to have the what is it? The Gold Diggers. There we go. I was calling them the Golds in disguise, but that's the Cyan team name from last year. Good luck with your game bags. Hopefully you guys can pull out the W. Missed touch from Habs, but it doesn't matter. A nice pass over, but it's not going to connect to the back of the net. Doesn't matter, though. They've got to kill 13 seconds, and right now nobody's on the ball. Allen's going to bomb it downfield, and Roxy Dog clears it wide. Allen's right there with it, though, and game number 2 will go to the VOID Cyan crew as the ball hits the ground, and they get the shutout here. 2-0 the score. So a very good game number 2, and there is the true story here. 8 shots to 1 shot. That 1 shot, that's all the Gold Diggers could muster after a pretty solid game number 1. They had about 6 shots on target or something like that. And VOID Cyan really kicking it up to another level with 8 shots. Now, if only they could have gotten more of those on target. Well, they were on target technically, but they could have gotten more of those in the back of the net. But, I mean, as long as you outscore the opponent, that's really what matters. So we'll see if they can keep that going. The Gold Diggers, the big thing was just those clears. They couldn't seem to get a strong clear to get it out. And anytime they would, they just boomed the ball downfield. So I think the big thing to work on is possession, patience. If they give you the space, see if you can make something of it. I mean, that's the thing. Cyan had some opportunities. They would look for something, and then they would try and set up a play. The Gold Diggers were just bombing the... let's see, Cyan really screwing... Yeah, I mean, they definitely were. The fact that they only let 1 shot on target. That defense was rock solid, and they were stopping anything from getting past the midfield. But I think the Gold Diggers, if they can get control of the ball, slow things down a little bit, that might work out to their advantage. We'll have to see. I could be totally wrong, but it seems like the VOID Cyan team is giving them this... my words blurred together. They're giving them some space. So if they could take some of that and make it work. Like right there, he had a good look. Hab had to make a play, though. Otherwise, he was going to be able to get a dribble play off on Allen. Roxy Dog is just going to give the ball away, go for the boost, decides to shadow. Now Allen going to go up. He's actually going to 50 that somehow from Generic Asian. And it's going to be dunked by Hab. It's just off, though. He will follow it up. And there we go. Oh, I did not check the Div 4 ranks. Let me check that right now. Take a look at my phone. Alright, so here we go. We've got just over 4 minutes to go. And it looks like, yeah, Tier 4 is Diamond 2, Diamond 3. They did change it. Just because of the fact that they're not so many teams. A huge save by Roxy Dog, but it's not going to amount to anything, unfortunately. As Allen right there to punish the fact that, again, not a strong clear. I mean, there wasn't much he could have done. He caught the ball, but then couldn't do much with it because of the position he was in. Back to that 2-0 scoreline. Will we see VOID Cyan shut the doors again as he tries to put it in towards the middle, towards Allen? Roxy Dog's going to try and get across. It's going to be 50 and drops close in front of their net. They're able to get the clear, but again, they're just giving the ball away, delaying the inevitable, it almost feels like. Roxy Dog able to get some pressure, get the ball thrown into the corner. Now Allen taking a nice 50 over to Hab. Hab 50s off of Roxy Dog, now into the middle. And it's going to be Hab with it. He's going to beam it high, though. Actually, yeah, it was last season. Ooh, and the nice dribble play from Roxy Dog. Able to capitalize on the space that he had. And a great catch there. And even though he couldn't pull off the flick, it faked Allen out. So they're on the board, 2-1 the score. But yeah, this tier is D2, D3. The reason you thought it probably was C1, C2, because last circuit, Division 4 and 3, were both C1, C2, just because there were so many teams in C1 and C2. Since they split it out, since they made like the divisions within the tiers now, it's just C1, C2 for tier 3, and then tier 4 is different. So here we go, quick to respond. VOID Cyan makes it a 2-goal game yet again. And it looks like Hab and Allen have warmed up pretty well. They are not showing any rust so far. Roxy Dog trying to go for the demo. Nice little touch from Hab, but a double commit. Can Roxy Dog get control? He's going to try to get it in, but can't. But X-Ray, I think it's better to have the divisions because you are more competitive that way. I mean, they're all like 30, 40 teams per division, rather than having like 200 teams in a tier or whatever. I mean, that was a bit ridiculous. And then you have teams that are 4 and 2 not making the playoffs, or even some 5 and 1 teams. Ab trying to set up a pass to Allen there, but it didn't work. And now Allen's gonna bomb it downfield. He's got some space. His Generic Asian's waiting on it. He will clear it out now. Ab's gonna try and catch it in his own zone. Oh, it bounces in an awkward spot, not quite ready for it. He will go up for this one though. As he pops it high, can Allen get up? Roxy Dog already there. He will push it off to the side. Allen trying to stay with it, can't quite keep it all the way. So now Roxy Dog gonna try and work his magic again, but he can't get it to work a second time. As now Generic Asian gonna bounce it off here. It's gonna bounce around a little bit. Now Allen going up. It's gonna be 50 Hab right there. And Allen gonna try and catch up to it, but Generic Asian will take control in his own corner. And he's gonna get it past Allen. Will his teammate be able to do anything with it? Generic Asian gets the bump on Hab instead. And another bump. Roxy Dog gonna come in to slam it home. And they're only down 1 now at this point. 3-2 the score here in game number 3. So minute 44, and it feels familiar here. The fact that we were just in this situation in game 1, but VOID Cyan was down. It still feels like VOID Cyan has pretty good control of the game, but it feels like the Gold Diggers are starting to get their play style to work here against VOID. We'll have to see though, can they keep things moving as Roxy Dog tries to get a touch in towards the middle, but it's not going to make contact. Allen now going off to the side wall, maybe a ceiling touch, but he can't get to it first. Generic Asian going for it. And Hab's going to go for it in a very interesting spot, not able to get contact. Now it's going to be pushed off to the corner. A great centering ball, but Allen 50s it with Roxy Dog, and now it goes out. A shot on as a missed touch, and it's going to be post in as Roxy Dog ties it up with the hat trick. And he is popping off in this game. He beats Hab there. As Hab, I think, thought he had a little bit more time to be able to rotate back, be able to get centered up with the net. But instead concedes the goal. So now it's 3-3, 59 seconds. Are we going to see an OT in game 3? Hab, not a good touch here, but thankfully Roxy Dog not able to capitalize. Nobody's home. As Hab shoots it, it's going to be saved by Generic Asian. He barely caught it with just the nick of his nose. Now Roxy Dog going to go into the corner. He gets a full tank of boost. He loses the ball to Hab, though. Now it's going to be Hab and Allen both in the same spot. Hab, dangerous play across the front of the net, but Roxy Dog not there as he's going to push into the corner instead. Off the back wall, Roxy Dog gets it, and they are blowing up right now. 3 straight goals. It went from being a 3-1 game to now 4-3, and they have the lead. 24 seconds. And the tables have turned. That pressure that we saw in game number 2 has flipped sides totally, as we've seen a very consistent attack coming out from the Gold Diggers. A little bit of a fake there. Hab's going to be able to pass it back to Allen, but Allen can't get there before Roxy Dog. Going to be back in towards the middle, but Generic Asian is up. 4 seconds to go. The ball is alive. Can Allen get there? It's going to be shot by Hab, but it's not on target. A good idea, but just could not get it far enough in. So the Gold Diggers go ahead 2-1 in the series. And definitely after that game number 2 that we saw, from VOID Cyan. Not the end result that I thought we would see. The fact that Roxy Dog popped off the way he did was just absolutely insane. 4 shots, 4 goals, and he just carried that game for the Gold Digger. So we'll see if he's able to do that again, or if Generic Asian will help out a little bit. If they're going to be able to continue that dominance they had for the second half of the game into game number 4 and close this series out. I mean, really, Allen and Hab had a very solid start to the game, and then things just went downhill. I think they might have felt a little bit comfortable with the lead that they had, it seems like, as the pressure that the Gold Diggers kept putting on just could not be stopped. I think the big thing that really got to them was some of the physical play that the Gold Diggers were throwing at them. You saw all these bumps that they kept going for. We'll see if the physical play maybe is the thing that will help turn this series around now for the Gold Diggers. Are they going to be able to close it out? So here we go. Game number 4. Will we see VOID Cyan force a game 5, or are we going to end here? Generic Asian gets the kickoff back to his teammate, but Roxy Dog misses, so Generic Asian has to retreat back. Allen taking the shot, it's open, and it's there. They get the lead, 1-0 here in the first 7 seconds. Very quick start here for VOID. Can they keep that going, though? Plenty of time left in this game, but not a bad way to start, so we'll see how this kickoff goes. Generic Asian against Allen, it works out for Hab. Hab's going to try and beat Roxy Dog, but he gets the boost instead. A nice little steal. He's able to drop it past one. Generic Asian there for it, so now Allen's going to go meet it on the side wall, pushing it deep down, just wide of the post. Hab's going to turn on it, and it's cleared out by Generic Asian. It's actually on target, but Allen able to catch up with the slow roller. Now a shot from Roxy Dog. It's high of the crossbar, saved by Hab. Here comes Generic Asian. Allen able to clear it out, though. Gets there in the last second. As now Hab takes the shot. He's got it past both Gold Diggers. And now within the first 45 seconds, we have a 2-goal lead for VOID Cyan. Definitely a much better start than they've had in the past 3 games. 2 goals in the first 46 technically. Seconds, and they're just controlling the board so far. We'll see, though. We had them start off really well in game 3 and then gave up their lead, so hopefully that doesn't happen here. Hopefully they can force a game 5 and keep their hopes alive. But the Gold Diggers have been playing very well throughout most of the series. A good pass there, but no connection from Generic Asian. Another pass over off the pinch. And now Hab has control. He's going to bomb it downfield. Can Roxy Dog gets it, has to go up for it. Able to push it towards the corner. Going to be popped real high as Generic Asian going to send it in towards the middle. Hab gets bumped by Allen. Now a shot, but thankfully Allen close enough to it that he can make the save. He's going to go off the side while trying to bomb it downfield, but it's not going to work as Asian now drops it down to Roxy Dog. Roxy Dog sending it around. He's going to go for the bump on Allen. Can't make contact. And now it's open on the other side. Hab able to get that in. A 3-0 lead. 3:10 on the clock. And a good idea here. But just could not line up the sights to get the bump on Allen and prevent him from getting that clear out to Hab. So now things are starting to look really good for VOID Cyan. They've got a nice strong lead. Even though they haven't quite had the pressure that they want throughout the game, they've been able to execute on the opportunities they've had. Can Allen catch up to it? He won't. So Roxy Dog able to get one on the board. They're finally able to score through all of these goals from VOID. 2 minutes off the clock, and now 3-1. And a nice boomer from Generic Asian, but it's going to be just off the crossbar. And now Roxy Dog trying to get control of it. Generic Asian trying to get it out. And Allen now able to follow up after those beautiful 50s from Hab. Hab sending off the side wall. He's going to try and get into the corner with it, unable to make the touch. Now Generic Asian passing over to Roxy Dog. A great read by Allen to keep it in their zone. But now Generic Asian will just bomb it downfield. Roxy Dog can't get the dunk. Now Allen with it. It's a 1v1, but he ends up giving it right away. Pushed just a bit too fast. Ab trying to stay with it. Now Allen going up. Forces it past Roxy Dog. It's going to bounce towards the middle, but that's going to be a clear by Asian, I mean. Now Asian going up. Going to try and get the air dribble. Can't get enough on it. And it's going to be cleared out again by Allen. Going to try and push it downfield. But it's going to be pushed up high to the ceiling. Allen now with it. Going to read high on the 50. It's almost on target. Now Roxy Dog with control. Tries to get a flip, but not able to get a flick at all. Allen decides to go straight for the body. Now it's a 1v1. Generic Asian and Hab. He gets it past him, but he gets enough of a bump that it's not going to allow Hab to get a shot on target. Allen will follow up, though. And now it's a 4-1 lead for VOID Cyan. They're definitely trying to prevent what happened in the last game, where they gave up 3 consecutive goals to lose the game. They're trying to put a big enough gap here. A 3-goal lead with 1:34 on the clock. Is that going to be enough? As Generic Asian bombs it downfield. Roxy Dog going up for it. It's going to be pushed off to the corner to Generic Asian. Centering ball, but nobody there. There we go. Roxy Dog gets a soft touch. He just abandons the ball there, setting up perfectly for Hab. And now it's going to be 5-1. And that play, just not sure what happened there. Don't know if he was trying to turn on it and then saw Hab moving up and decided to go back, or if he hit it and was just going to abandon it, hoping he wouldn't make a touch on it. But it worked perfectly as a pass for Hab, and he's able to take advantage of the open net on the other side. He's going to try and get another one, but can't make the contact. Oh, my flicks are awful. I either like flick it like that, or I don't flick it all like they've done so far. There's sometimes I will flick, but then I like beam it off the crossbar because I flick it way too late. I'm really bad at when to flick and how to flick. Oh, dangerous. Almost an own goal there from Hab. A nice half flip from Generic Asian. Because he's going to let Roxy Dog go for it. Roxy Dog gets a touch, and it's not going to be saved by Allen. So they have another on the board. 5-2 the score, but 36 seconds. You got to get 3 basically kickoff goals at this point of the game. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like we're going to see a game 5. But never say never, as Justin Bieber says. We'll see if they can pull this off. Generic Asian can't make the contact. A demo in the net. And Hab gets credit for that one. 6-2 the score. What a play there. Let's see that again. I think that was Hab that laid the demo. Yeah, Generic Asian missed it. And he just went straight for the goalie there. So they are taking control in this one, and they are showing a lot of dominance in this game. We'll take a look at the stats after this to see how the shots and saves look like. But they're definitely feeling really confident like they did in game number 2. Generic Asian trying to bomb it downfield, and it's going to be pinched off though too. Allen can't get back in net quick enough, and so Generic Asian will follow up another goal. 6-3 now the score. We've had so many goals here in just the last minute. But at this point, it is going to be VOID Cyan coming away with the win. We'll just see. Will this be the scoreline? We might have a slight change, as the goals have been coming up plenty at this point. Generic Asian downfield. Allen's going to try and pass it over to Hab, but it's not going to be on enough for him. So game number 4 goes to VOID, and it's going to be a game 5 here at Friday Night Lights at Champions Field. So let me add in that win there for the VOID squad. There we go. Let's take a look at the stats. 7 shots to 6. So things were actually pretty even in that sense. Of those 7 shots, 6 went in, 1 saved from VOID. And then, yeah, so things are pretty balanced. The fact that the shots that were taken were all on target, They were all saved or went in the net, so both teams were applying the pressure. We'll see, though, who's going to be able to step up at the end. It's been Roxy Dog really stepping up for the Gold Diggers and Hab stepping up for VOID Cyan. We'll see who's going to be the goal scorers in this one, as a lot of goals have been scored throughout the series. We had six goals here, 5 in the first one, so there's been plenty of scoring. Will this be another high-scoring game, or will we finally see defense come to the forefront? We'll have to find out here in just a few moments as we get ready to start game number 5. And if you guys haven't already followed the channel, if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more Indie Gaming League action or more of the games that I cast, or even just some of my playing, make sure you drop a follow. If you really want to help support the channel, you can leave a sub. And also, if you missed any other games and you want to catch them, you can tune in on YouTube. You can leave a sub there, and you can be notified anytime we upload new videos there. And also, if you follow me on Twitter, you can also get notified when I go live, because I post there. And then other things that I post a whole bunch of different things, from some highlights to pictures that I take in Rocket League, stuff like that. So Alan gonna try and get it down towards the middle, but it's not gonna work. Now Hab gonna take his chance, as it's gonna go perfectly to the middle, but Allen misses the open net at the opening goal here and just beans it off the post. And if you're clipping plays, that might be one you want to clip for whoops of the week, as he had the open net goal, and now it leads to a goal on the, oh no, Hab coming in at the last second. What a steal there, as now Roxy Dog gonna try and turn, can't turn quick enough. Now Hab trying to get the pressure out of his own zone, and we're going back and forth so far. Both teams are really feeling the heat, and you can see the urgency on the field, as both teams have worked very quick on offense so far to have looks. Now Generic Asian gonna try and put it towards the middle. This is going right to Allen. Allen's gonna boom it off the backboard. Roxy Dog can't make contact, but a clear by Generic Asian. Another clear attempt. Allen's gonna be able to cut this. And he's going to just keep it a slow roller, so Roxy Dog going to hit it off the sidewall. What can he do with it? Not a great touch, so he gives it right to Allen. Generic Asian's going to get up, though, and he's going to try and put it out. It ends up coming towards the middle. Thankfully, missed it from Hab, and Allen takes a shot saved by Generic Asian. A very intense Game 5 so far. No goal through the first minute and a half, and both teams have gotten some good opportunities on the shots. We'll see if they can keep up this pressure. As Roxy Dog, he's been doing pretty decent with the dribble plays, but can't get that one to work. As Generic Asian off the corner, he's going to get the clear. Ends up missing, though, as Allen will come in off that missed clear attempt and able to shoot that one towards the back of the net. And they take the lead 1-0, and Roxy Dog came up on that one. Ends up putting him in a bad spot and leaving a nice big gap in the back for Allen to shoot it on target. So we've seen a lot of scoring from Hab. But Allen stepping up here. He actually had 2 goals in the last game, too, so he has been putting in his fair share of work as well. A really awkward 50 there by Generic Asian, and the server struggling just a little bit. Hopefully things are good now. Got the disconnect symbol. Nice. This is good. This is good. Let's go, Rocket League. There we go, Generic Asian trying to get it out again. And we're seeing some of that pressure that we've seen from VOID Cyan. A shot on by Hab, and it's going to get underneath the crossbar. And who was that in net? I think that was... Yes, it was. It was Roxy Dog. Tried to get the hit up off the backboard, but could not get it to it in time. So now 2-0 the score, just about halfway through. Roxy Dog, a great kickoff there. Gonna go back to Hab off the ceiling, and he ends up getting the demo on Generic Asian. And again, a chance to take your time, and Allen just gives the ball right back away. So Hab able to get control of it. Can he keep it, though? As now it's gonna be Allen with the ball. He's got a great setup here for a double touch if he can keep up with it. But Generic Asian able to put it off to the side. Very careful situation there, as both players from the Gold Diggers in the same corner. Allen able to get to it first. Generic Asian goes. He's got plenty of time now. Oh, watch out. He gets demoed. by Generic Asian. Now Roxy Dog, oh man, they're going to give up the own goal. Thankfully, have able to come in. Almost a very bad situation. Almost had an own goal from Generic Asian. As both players missing there, the backflip from Generic Asian, and have able to come in and get the credit for the goal. Hang on. Apparently the Penguins are playing in a few minutes. And a shot from Hab, and Hab just off the crossbar. Allen beans it high. Generic Asian has an opportunity. It's open, and he hits it wide of the net. Oh, missed opportunities from both sides, but I think that's like the second or third that we've seen right now from the Gold Diggers. Oh, a nice little bump there from the Hab. By a little bit of time for Allen to get into position. A nice 50 from Allen. Generic Asian's going to be the first one to it, but a very soft touch. Allen's going to be able to get around on it. It's just off, and it's actually going to go back to his own net. Now Roxy Dog going to follow it. 1 minute to go, and they have a 3-1 game. They are on the board. We are in the last 60 seconds of this game, and this is going to come down to the wire, it looks like, as there have been so many opportunities for the Gold Diggers. They just haven't executed on them. They finally get one to go in, and they get those other two to force an OT or even win the game if they get 3. Allen taking control. If you are Void right now, you want to take your time, kill as much of this clock as you can by getting downfield or other means. But Roxy's going to try and cut around, trying to force a goal. Hab going to try and get the clear. Nice little slowdown by Roxy, down to the last 35 seconds. Allen setting up Hab, who's not there. Roxy Dog going to send it off the side. 30 seconds to go. We still have not seen much pressure from the Gold Diggers. A nice bounce across, and that's perfect for what you need to do to kill time. 20 seconds to go. Still 2 goals down for the Gold Diggers. Shot by Roxy Dog. Saved by Hab, but it's going to be off the side wall. Roxy Dog shoots it off the post. Now Hab gets the clear. 10 seconds. Can he get this one on target? It's going to be off the bottom. And that's going to be all that they need for the last 3 seconds. Shot by Allen, and that is the one that just signs the deal. 2 seconds left on the clock, 4-1, and what a series by both sides. The fact that we went to a Game 5, the first Game 5 here on my channel for the winner's circuit, and a really good game, certainly, as we saw plenty of opportunities from both sides. It went back and forth, it felt like, for most of the series. A great game, and an exciting one nonetheless. And unfortunately, the Gold Diggers can't pull it off. It would have been impressive to see them get that that upset there, not upset, comeback in the last 60 seconds, but they just could not get the pressure out of their own zone. And right there again, this tells the entire story. 8 shots on target for VOID Cyan, only 4 for the Gold Diggers. So that's a big thing I think going forward the Gold Diggers need to work on, is getting pressure on the offensive side. Hopefully they can get that fixed and be able to work on that for upcoming games. They will definitely see some success. These guys can play pretty well. We saw them put up a very good fight against VOID Cyan. VOID Cyan able to come out in the end.